Welcome to the 2019-2020 October edition of the Tiger Time News.
We open this episode with a homecoming recap. Homecoming week took place the last week of September. It was topped off by the first win of the season against the Fayetteville Wildcats and the crowning of our very own Tiger Time newscast member Maddie Pieper as homecoming queen. Here is your BCHS media staff with a full recap of how homecoming went.
This year for homecoming, students dress up to the overall theme of Let Us Call the Wildcats. Our dress-up days made a clever pun off of the word lettuce by being salad dressings. To start off our week, Monday was 1000 Island, where students wore Hawaiian or pool party attire. Tuesday was Caesar, where students dressed up in togas or as sorority and fraternity members. Wednesday was Goat Cheese, where students dressed up as their heroes. Thursday was Ranch, where students wore cowboy or western attire. And as always, Friday is Spirit Day, with a pun off of house dressing.
We're here with Austin Kosser. Austin, what's your favorite part of homecoming?
Probably the football game when we all come together as a student body, and we all get to hang out together and just watch the game. It's just a great fellowship for all of us, just to come together and just have a great time.
How do you feel about homecoming?
I love homecoming. My favorite part about homecoming is going in the motorcade. I get to ride around and have fun with my friends.
So you're a freshman at the school. Have you ever been to homecoming before?
Yeah, I have a couple times.
All right. What is your favorite thing about homecoming?
It's probably just dressing up all week and getting in that mood, getting ready for Friday.
Thank you.
Mr. Sipes, when you were in high school here at Bolivar Central, what do you remember from your homecoming, and how has homecoming changed since then?
Homecoming's gotten a lot more complicated since then. We didn't have all the dress-up days. We didn't decorate the doors. We had the motorcade on Friday and the pep rally. Actually, we had the pep rally first, and then the motorcade was after school.
Miss Davis, when you were in high school here at Bolivar Central, what do you remember from your homecoming, and how has homecoming changed since then?
Well, I just remember that when homecoming came around when I was in high school, everybody had so much school spirit. And that's one thing that I've seen change over the course of the 10 years that I've been out of high school, is that the sort of school spirit is definitely lacking. Our motorcade used to be bigger. School decorations were just all over the place. So that's one big difference that I can see.
Ms. Harris, when you were in high school here at Bolivar Central, what do you remember from your homecoming, and how has homecoming changed since then?
Well, when I was in school, we did not have cell phones. So basically, when kids went off to college, you didn't see them again until they came home for homecoming. That was one of the big events. So we got to really see our friends who had graduated. That was a big deal. Another thing that's really different, we still did pep rallies and all that, but kids dressed up, adults too. Homecoming was a big event. Everybody really dressed up fancy. All the girls wore big corsages that had the mums and the little spirit badges coming down. And so I just really remember those key differences.
Okay. The door decoration competition is a way to get the school decorated for homecoming week. Each teacher in their 5th period class decorate their classroom door to go along with the homecoming theme. On Friday, 3 doors are selected to win. This year's winners were 1st place Miss Fennessy, 2nd place Miss Vaughn, and 3rd place Mr. Willens.
Each year, the juniors and seniors in Spirit Club leave campus and go out on the town to decorate to show our school spirit. We decorate the local businesses, churches, and the square. It also shows our town's support of our school. Decorating the town is a fun and festive way to get our town to celebrate the Tigers.
A tradition at Bolivar Central High School for homecoming is the annual motorcade. Throughout the week, teachers and students anticipate the motorcade, which takes place on Friday afternoon. The student-led parade travels through Bolivar, which allows the town to come out and watch. The people lining the streets scream and cheer for the football team while the band plays. Finally, the motorcade passes by the elementary school. The elementary students line both sides of the street and chant and cheer to support the Tigers, and hopefully get some candy too. The parade ends at the stadium, where everyone fills the bleachers for the annual homecoming pep rally. Each year, the football team nominates girls from each class to be on the homecoming royalty ballot. The top nominees then get voted for by their class. This year's royalty is freshman class Madison Boatwright and Madison McKinney, sophomores Shari Williams and Takira Jones, juniors Brianna Brooks and Lucy Cheney, Seniors Carly Williams, Maddie Piefer, Jelia Anderson, and Quintavia Cross. Our 2019-2020 football homecoming queen was Maddie Piefer.
This year's homecoming football game was one to remember. Our Tiger football team not only scored their first touchdown of the season, they also got their first win of the season against Fayetteville. All right. So, Coach Kraft, how do you feel like the boys played Friday night on homecoming?
Oh, man, it was an electric crowd. The buzz was in the air. We were hungry for our first win because they were undefeated and we were undefeated as well, except the tables were reversed. So for us to get the first win against them, it was awesome.
How do you feel like the boys played? Do you feel like they showed their true potential?
That was our best game. Prior to that, probably our best two weeks of practice put together, and with that preparation prepared us for the win. And plus, it's homecoming. Homecoming's not fun if you lose.
Since we didn't get the chance to talk to our new assistant principal, Mr. Willie Parks, on last month's episode, Callie Cisco sat down with him to ask him a few questions about his new position in the school year.
Mr. Parks, what made you want to become the assistant principal at BCHS?
Oh, well, education has always been my passion. I started off teaching at Bolivar Elementary back in '92. And I tell you, once I got into it, it was just, I felt like it was in my blood. Then I went on the correction side in 2003 and up until the present time. And I got here, the job that I received here as a Bolivar Central High School assistant principal was a blessing in disguise, because at the time I just applied for the job, trying to get back into education because I was in correction, trying to get back into education, and it wasn't nothing but the act of God, because he blessed me to be interviewed on a Saturday, and I was interviewed on a Saturday, and like an hour after my interview, I received a call from Ms. Polk to inform me that I have gotten a job. And I always had a passion to helping kids. Just like the old cliche, it takes a village to raise a child. I feel like that if I can help just that one somebody, then my work wouldn't been in vain. So I love to help children, and I love to see children succeed, and that was one of my reasons. That was one of my reasons for coming here, is to help children succeed. And I am a alumni of Bolivar Central High School. I graduated from here in 1987, so that was a plus also, coming back home.
Do you have any plans for the future of Bolivar Central? If so, what are they?
Oh yes, I have a lot of plans. A couple of plans that I got on the agenda, and I'm trying to start now. I'm trying to start a mentoring club, but where I bring volunteers in from the community to talk some of the kids that are at risk with their behavior and with their grades. Also, I want to start a alumni club, and an alumni club would be for all the graduates from, and I'm trying to start from 1950 up to the present, and trying to get a contact person, whereas we could start doing things and putting things in place for the betterment of the school. One of my plans is I want to build a conference room here. I want to put turf on the football field, and I want to put a track around the football field so we can start bringing revenue here, and we can start having track meets here, and also open it up to the community, whereas they could have a safe track to walk around, and it's about bringing the community more into the school system.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Your SGA results are in, and your new officers are as follows. Your senior president is Anessa Sane. Your senior vice president is Andrea McKinney. Your senior secretary is Quintavia Cross, and your senior treasurer is Jaterica Atkins. Your junior president is Isaiah Perry, with Lily Reed as vice president. The sophomore president is Brooke Hickey. Vice president is Cooper Henson. Secretary is Mary Anderson, and treasurer is Hannah Thompson. Your freshman president is Paige Stallworth. Carly Williams spoke with the president of each class about their goals for the
As your senior class president, What do you want to bring to your school in your last year?
I want the class of 2020 to leave a legacy behind that all classes will remember. I want the president, me, to be proud of everybody and to just graduate and to know that we made it. And yeah.
As your class president, what are some changes that you want to make to our school?
A couple of changes that I believe need to be made are getting students more involved. I feel like school should be a place where everyone has their particular part in playing and making the school a better place. So I just feel like school, just everybody playing a bigger part should be a different change.
As your class president, what impact would you like to bring to your class?
I would like to leave a positive impact, and I want to make the school environment more fun.
As freshman class president, what are some things that you want to bring to our school?
I'd like to bring a more open environment where students can talk freely about their personal problems or things that they feel and not be judged or shunned by other students.
Thank you.
The golf season has come to an end. 4 players advanced and competed in the regional tournament. Kendall Atkins, Sydney Ayler, Dayton Rowland, and Tyler Pierce. Dayton had an overall great career for the Tigers. Coach Stack gave us a recap of this year's season.
We're here with Coach Stack today. Coach Stack, may you give us a recap of your season this year?
Well, this year was overall was a pretty good year for our boys. We actually won a match this year, our first match in 2 years that we won, so we kind of felt like we did something. We were led by Dayton Rowland the whole year. He was our senior leader. He did pretty good throughout the year. He didn't make it to region. For the girls, it was the best girls teams I've had since probably, since been here since probably 2009. They did very good. Overall, I was very pleased with this season.
What was the highlight of your season?
For the boys, I would definitely say winning that one match was the highlight. Also, along with that, with Dayton and Tyler moving on to the region tournament, I thought that was very good. For the girls, I think the highlight of the season was they improved. Let's see, Kendall Atkins improved 21 strokes from district to region, and Sydney improved 16 strokes from district to region. So overall, I think that's pretty good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This year's volleyball season has also come to an end. Mary Margaret Ross spoke with Coach Emerson about her thoughts on the season.
How do you feel the girls did this season?
Overall, I thought we had a really good year. We struggled with some sickness, not having everybody getting to play every game. We won the games that we were supposed to win. Played really good in our district, I thought. Went long matches, won some sets over Chester, Southside, teams like that we haven't in the past. So all in all, I thought we had a really good year. Looking forward to next year. We're going to lose Jaterica and Dee Dee, but the main squad will be back. Would like to congratulate Carly Daniel on being named to the 13 AA all-district team too. So a shout out to her, and just looking forward to next year.
Okay, thank you.
This year's Who's Who was announced, and Mary Margaret Ross talked to these seniors about the recognition they received from their class.
What does it mean to you to be voted by the senior class to be Mr. and Mrs. BCHS?
It is an honor to be thought of that highly by my class.
It is an honor, and I'm excited to be representing my senior class.
Okay. What does it mean to you to be voted most likely to succeed?
To be voted most likely to succeed means that my classmates view me as someone who has a bright future ahead of them.
All right, and where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I see myself in 10 years pursuing my anesthesiologist career with my fiance.
Okay. What does it mean to you to be voted most studious?
It means to be smart.
Okay. Why do you think people have voted you as most studious?
I think people have voted me most studious because I've had good grades throughout high school, and they see me as somebody that's at the top of my academic class. So.
Okay. What does it mean to you to be voted most courteous?
I feel honored because the other students think that I'm kind and I'm able to help others.
How do you feel about your classmates voting you most courteous?
I'm just happy that they thought of me that way, and I can't be more happy to be the most courteous.
Thank you. How does it feel to be voted by the whole senior class most dependable?
I'm just glad that my classmates can trust me and that they think that I'm reliable.
What does being most dependable mean to you?
It means that my classmates think that I am trustworthy and a shoulder to lean on.
Okay. How do you show your school spirit?
I show my school spirit by getting the Tigers ready and together and hyped.
And what is school spirit to you?
School spirit to me is showing my love for the Tigers, the school, and the community.
Thank you. Who motivates you to be the best you can be in your sports?
I put out my motivation and dedication to my grandfather who passed away last year. So every time I step on the basketball court, I just think about him.
What's one weakness in your sports that you have had to overcome?
Just the generation of building a new team this year, but with all faith, we can still win these last 3 games and make the playoffs.
Okay.
Thank you for watching. I'm Emma Watkins.
And I'm Carly Hammonds. Tune in next time, and as always,
Go Tigers.
Behind the scene, during my interview, I can sing. I look at you. Don't know the words to the song that I want to sing. Sing. Thank you. Here goes your mic.